that we covered on day one. From day one, a deacon in Atlanta pulled over, simple traffic ticket. According to the officer, he refused to sign. That's not what the video showed. He kills this man, okay? We had the daughter on the program. We now have the actual footage, and I will give you the update. Here it is.
Bodycam video shows an encounter between a church deacon and an Atlanta police officer that resulted in the deacon's death. It all started as a routine stop after an accident, and now the deacon's family is demanding justice.
All right, I did find you at fault in the accident.
I was in the red light. My light was green.
After then Atlanta police officer Kiran Kimbrough determined 62-year-old Johnny Hollman was at fault for an August 10th car accident.
You're gonna sign this ticket right here before I get my sergeant out here.
He tried to get him to sign a traffic citation.
Sign the ticket. Sign the ticket.
I'm not guilty.
Sign the ticket.
That's what you're trying to make me say.
Hollman refused. The officer then tried to arrest him. The scuffle ends with Hollman on the ground.
Put your hands behind your back.
And the officer tasing him.
Put your hands behind your back.
Hollman eventually became unresponsive, and the officer cuffs him. He checks Hollman's pulse. A group of officers gather around, but it's not until paramedics arrive around 10 minutes later that CPR is performed.
It's been hard. It's been rough.
Nitra Hollman is his daughter.
What he did to our father was murder. It wasn't that he passed away.
Hollman was a deacon at a local church. His autopsy determined the tasing, along with existing heart disease, led to his death. The Atlanta Police Department said it fired the officer for not following the policy of calling a supervisor to the scene.
Now we're asking for the officer to be jailed and prosecuted to the fullest extent.
The former officer is appealing the firing, and his attorney said he acted lawfully. The district attorney will determine whether charges will be filed.
I would like to highlight a few things, make a correction to their reporting. Mr. Hollman never refused, never explicitly said no to signing the traffic ticket. He never did. He did what many of us do. He continued to plead his case. And while he was being tased, he clearly said that he will sign the ticket. It did not matter to this officer. The officer was fired because Mr. Hollman requested a supervisor. He wanted a sergeant there. Why did he want a sergeant? Because he could clearly see this officer, A, did not know what he was doing. The officer's 23 years of age. B, was being way too aggressive for a traffic ticket. So he wanted someone who had rank, which means likely they have a little bit of maturity. So he calls for the supervisor. Well, the young man doesn't bring a supervisor there. And that was the premise of his firing. Now, what I see, my personal opinion, is a criminal act. We had the daughter on Indisputable not too long ago, and here's what she said after she saw the video herself.
So first of all, nobody really came and spoke to me about what happened. My dad actually called me. So when he called me, he called out, he said, baby, but I could hear what was going on because the phone was on speaker, so I could hear my dad and I could also hear the officer. So seeing that video, it just gave me confirmation for what I already knew because I had already heard it. I didn't physically see it, but I heard it. So when I put what I heard to what I saw, yeah, I'm in outrage. And I feel like this officer, he needs to be prosecuted. I feel like he needs to be off the force and terminated. And I feel like the world needs to see what he did to my daddy. To me, it's just clear-cut murder. I mean, I don't know no other way to see it. And then for my dad to have to beg for help or to beg for his life over a traffic ticket, senseless.
Yep, senseless is the word, very senseless. There was a tow truck driver who actually aided the officer that led to the death of the deacon. They are calling for that tow truck driver to be indicted by the DA as well. And let me give you an indication of how policy should have changed a long time ago. The city of Atlanta, the council unanimously voted after the death of Deacon Hollman. They unanimously voted to end that policy. So now if you get a ticket and you don't sign, there's a box on the ticket that says refuse to sign. and you get to move on with your entire day. So does the cop. All right. They would like, obviously, a prosecution here. In a statement, the Atlanta Police Department said the goal of both the mayor and the district attorney is to provide transparency while recognizing that protecting the integrity of an investigation and possible subsequent prosecution may require temporary withholding of video evidence from public release. Attorney Davis, an attorney for the family, said the family is grateful Willis has taken this important step to ensure transparency. We're going to stay on top of this just like we always do and give you the update as it comes. Rayyvana, thoughts here?
I'll just say that oftentimes tasers and rubber bullets are referred to as non-lethal force.
Yeah.
Now that's a misnomer. They're
Right.
not non-lethal. And police officers often refer to them as less than lethal because they can and do kill people. Tasers kill people. Rubber bullets kill people. That's exactly what happened in this case. And officers feel emboldened to use those weapons because they feel like they're not engaging in the act of violence that they are. They're not so scared that they're going to have to answer for killing people, but in reality, that's exactly what happens. And we absolutely need to change the way that we regulate the use of those types of weaponry by police officers in this country.
That's right. And you have to assume if there's an elderly individual in front of you, you're 23 years of age, you're physically fit, you've gone through the academy, you know combat, you have to use a taser on that person while they're on the ground? And you don't think this is going to cause significant injury or possibly even death to a person up in age? Come on, man. All right, so we'll bring you updates